Hey everyone, welcome to From the Depths. I'm Minty and this is another Battleship Brawl Season 1 bonus video. In the first video that I did, these little extra thing, I put the Zvezda fleet here up against the BB-15, which is the ship that came in second in the actual tournament. And it actually won. And I got a little curious as to whether it would beat my entry, which was the victor in the tournament, the Broadhead here. And I was also requested by Magma, who made the Probda fleet, to make this video to see who would win, just to sate his curiosity. So, here we go. We'll see how this turns out for each vessel. The Zvezdas are getting their high explosive shots off there, mostly missing, and have a few hits there. Doesn't seem to have done any significant damage. Oh, may have knocked out the front guns, though, actually. Oh, I forgot to look and see how the Broadhead's volley did. It looks like it took a big old chunk out of the Zvezda here. Jeez. And the Broadhead's armament's nothing to scoff at, that's for sure. The problem is it just, yeah, it gets blown up quite frequently. It only has 2 working guns. Oh jeez, and it's kind of sinking now, but it'll stay afloat through hydrodynamics and the buoyancy of some of the blocks that it has, even with every compartment flooded. But it does get kind of low in the water there at times. Oof, and then it gets launched out of the water. And that pen depth hits in the rear there, which I don't think really did much. May have blown off some propellers. That's about it. Looks like the engine may have been damaged in that, though, as it has stopped. This one's been capsized. The Broadhead rammed it and capsized it. But it looks like the Broadhead's weaponry is no longer functional, really. This gun in the front is turning and aiming, but oh, did it? It's just ramming away. Oh, and it's shooting at the underside of the Broadhead from where it's capsized. Oh, the cheek is real there. It's going to get another shot in before it can get over it, probably. Yep, there it is. That's probably going to AI dead the Broadhead. And the fact that it's not moving is making it take a lot of damage. Oh no, that's the Broadhead. Yeah, oh no, one of the Zvezdas is despawning. I wonder, is it the one that it ran over? Yep, it is. It is indeed the one that it ran over. But it's going to be, yep, it's 50%. It's going to be despawning itself there. So round 1 is going to go to the Zvezda fleet. Interesting. Oh, restart. That is interesting. May have been that the BB-15 and the Broadhead got kind of lucky with how the bracket was positioned. But at the same time, they were able to defeat a ship that the Zvezda was unable to defeat. So it's like, who do you honestly call the winner there? Bit of a rock, paper, scissors going on. And here, let's get round 2 underway. And, okay. I'm gonna restart that, because that's not a, like, even though this is only a for funsies, the Zvezdas were apparently so far down in the water that by the time they popped up, their shells they'd already fired their first volley, and they had hit the water, and yeah, that's not fair. Even though this is only a for funsies exhibition match, that's too unfair. And it only takes me, you know, like 20 seconds to restart. There we go. Now we're good. Them being up high won't really do much because the Broadhead's guns take like a good 16 seconds to load. Yep, the Zvezda's first volley once again missing. Broadhead fires its first volley, Oof! Got a double whammy there. Hit two different ships. Oh, and then that one bounced up and got friendly fired. Oh, jeez. Those explosion lifting mechanics are kind of amusing. And somewhat working in the Zvezda's favor, except for that last one where they got friendly fired because of it. Because it's making the Broadhead's shells don't all land at the same time. So they hit, explode, lift the ship out of the air, and then some of them miss. Except when they don't, you know, hit the underside of the ship, like that one. Oh, this one's down to 55%, it looks like. One more good hit, it'll be despawning. Uh-oh, where are you going, Broadhead? You're going awfully far away. But it's still within range of the closest one. But if that one despawns on it, it'll suddenly be out of range, which kind of amusing corner case there. But you know, the rules are the rules. Oh, and there goes the despawning one, and the Broadhead is now officially out of range, but it's on its way back in. I'll put another of the Zvezda. Oh, they're all despawning. Well, okay then, round 2 goes to the Broadhead. Looks like this is going to a round 3 as well. Man, I'm kind of sad that this didn't actually happen in the tournament, because these are some pretty interesting battles. It's a shame that the Zvezda went up against, it was either the Sledgehammer or the Borg Cube. It was one of those two vessels. I forget which one exactly it was. And got knocked down to the secondary bracket. And then in the secondary bracket it faced the other one and got knocked out by it. Those instantly firing secondary guns on the Zvezdas that do basically nothing. They're so tiny. First volley from the Zvezdas, a couple shells connected, nothing serious though. First volley from the Broadhead, actually most of it missed. That's not good for the Broadhead. Oh, and then it fired some more over here, which one of them landed. It needs to land shells better than that if it wants to win. Definitely needs to land shells better than that. You see, now its guns are falling off. Oh, and that was an over-penetration. That explosive shell hit, but didn't seem to really do anything. Oh god, the friendly fire! It wouldn't be a Zvezda match without friendly fire. Oh jeez, the Zvezda's just blowing the Broadhead's guns off like they're made of tissue paper. Which is kind of how it beat the BB-15 too. But the Broadhead only needs one or two guns to kill an opponent, but with that many guns on it, I don't think it's going to be able to just tank through that damage. It's looking like round 3 is going to go to the Zvezda unless the Broadhead gets some really good lucky oh, jeez, nope. That's it. I don't know if it's going to pop the turrets. It doesn't look like it, but yeah, they are damaged in unresponsive. Broadhead's down to 62%. The Zvezdas are doing fine. Oh, actually, I think one of them may have despawned, or it's AI dead, or... No, there's 3 different sets of numbers there. Never mind. I'm not sure why I thought that. %. Yeah, that's it. There's no way the Broadhead's can... The Broadhead has good repair capabilities, but it can't repair through that. Oh geez, a bit of a rock, paper, scissors thing going on between the Sledgehammer and Borg Cube type craft, the BB-15 and Broadhead, and the Zvezdas. Because if this had gone a different way where the Broadhead BB-15 had gone up against the Zvezdas early on, they would have been knocked down. Well, no, because the Zvezdas still would have had to beat the Borg if it hadn't met if the Zvezdas hadn't met the Borg Cube or Sledgehammer and had gone against the BB-15 and Broadhead instead, they would have defeated it. Yes, both of them would have gone down to the secondary bracket. Then it would have come up against one of those two, eventually lost, gone down to the secondary bracket itself, and then it may have ended up eliminating one of either the Broadhead or the BB-15 possibly from the tournament. But another possible thing that would have happened is it would have ended up going up against the Borg Cube after the Sledgehammer defeated it, since the Sledgehammer won that fight. And then it would have and then the Broadhead and the BB-15 would have possibly eliminated one of the other, which the Broadhead won 2 matches against the BB-15, so probably what would have happened is instead of the final match being BB-15 versus Broadhead, it would have been Sledgehammer versus Broadhead, most likely. But it could have also been Sledgehammer versus BB-15 if the Zvezdas eliminated the Broadhead in the secondary bracket. So there are some possibilities. There could have been some changes. I'd have to look at the bracket exactly to see how that would play out. But hey, if nothing else, consolation prize for you, Magma. Your Zvezdas are very formidable with that HE spam. There's just so many shells. They do significant damage to the guns, which was not something I'd planned for. Definitely something I planned for the for Season 2, though. Yeah, my weapons are not going to be as easy to damage with HE as they are on the Broadhead. On Minecraft, it's the Hendaki. First I called it the Citadel class, and I'm like, nah. Didn't like that name, so I changed it. It is the Hendaki now. Anyway, this was an interesting video. Interesting battle, even though that Zvezda's still capsized. It's going to be like that forever. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I enjoyed recording it. And I'll see you on the battlefield in Season 2.